Hey everybody, it's David again. This time I'd like to share with you my assignment 2 oral presentation. Or my assignment 2 oral presentation 2, I guess, if you're being really particular. And oh boy, I enjoyed assignment 2 a lot more than I enjoyed assignment 1. We'll talk about that later though. First I want to talk about how I came up with the idea for this image. Then I'll touch a little bit on the particulars that I had in making the image itself. And finally I'll close with some of my thoughts on the assignment overall. I had a lot of things rattling around in my head while I was thinking about what I could make for this assignment. One of the things was to make an empty hallway and cordon it off with orange tape and have an airplane crash into it from the inside with bunches of people freaking out. Or maybe have a whole bunch of people standing and posing for me, and I'd take their picture and shrink them down and put them on grocery store shelves and make it look like they were the products being sold. But neither of those things is really what I ended up doing. I got my idea to put the man in the tree and the other stuff from a whole bunch of neat Photoshop composite tutorials that I saw online. You know, the really professional ones. And I thought, hey, I could merge a man with a tree. That'd be pretty cool. The image kind of branched out from there. Pun intended, sorry. And I started adding things like the snowman and the snow pile and the ravens and dog when I realized that just the face alone wouldn't be very much of a compelling or powerful image, I suppose. Though it's not really powerful, I'm just trying to say that it's, more visually appealing. More busy. My original intention was to make some sort of kingly regal tree, like a Lord of all trees kind of thing that they have going on in some fantasy settings. But my lofty ideas didn't really pan out, and I couldn't do anything such as put fancy berry clusters or like a golden foil or leaves or something in the tree's face or hair. And I say face and hair loosely because it's a tree, but you know what I'm getting at. The face I used for the image was my father's face, and he really liked the final image, which I'm glad because it was the hardest thing I've done in Photoshop so far. Matching the snow and the ravens and stuff like that to the background, I kind of already knew how to do, and the cat from exercise 3, blending it into the hallway, was really helpful in getting the dog in my image to blend into the background. But merging the face with the tree was something wholly new that I had never tried before. All in all, it took me about 2 days to finish the face portion of the image alone, but most of that was learning how to manage and use the different blending modes and means and methods and varieties of all the stuff in Photoshop. I had to change the color of the face, I had to change the color of the image, I had to erase parts of the face, I had to add texture to the image and the face, I had to blend the face in using erasing and all kinds of fancy stuff, I had to repaint the eyes in so you could see them better. One of my biggest challenges though was getting the beard to blend into the tree. And I'm really fortunate that I was able to find a tree that had bark that looked like long flowing hair and stuff like that. Even so, I still had to use the puppet warp tool, which we learned about in the animation exercise, to get the beard and mustache to fit on the face correctly. I am proud of the final image though, which is what counts. Truth be told, I really feel like a different person after finishing this assignment. While I was working on assignment 2, I noticed I was doing almost everything I had done in Photoshop beforehand a lot smoother and a lot quicker, as if I actually knew what I was doing for once. I was using keyboard shortcuts, I was using aspect ratios, I was using the correct tools. It just felt really good to have everything come together and be able to make a composite image, which is coming together, that actually looked like something that I would want to put out there in the world to produce. I'm really glad I got to do this assignment, which I know I've said about a lot of the assignments we've done, but it's especially true in this case. One of the coolest parts of Photoshop to me has always been the really nifty and otherworldly and fantasy types of composite images that are just made from ordinary looking photos. And I had a real blast rolling around town looking for things to take pictures of. Taking pictures of ravens, my specialty, was even more fun, and I'm glad I got to make an image where I could actually put some of my favorite subjects into the image. I don't know how soon before I'll be making another composite image, considering how it's usually easier just to take one photo and then be done with it. But after seeing how well the hard work can pay off with this image, I know I'll definitely go back for more at some point. Thanks for listening to my oral presentation too. I'm really interested in seeing what everybody else comes up with for their assignment. And I'm even more interested in seeing what we all come up with for our future assignments, because I know there's some cool stuff like rotoscoping coming up, I think, in the next assignment. David, out.